Afternoon.
Your right man out there to cut right here?
What?
You tell the right man to cut the side right here?
Why would I tell her that? I have nothing to do with over there. I cut my own place. I don't need a workman to cut.
And that him say you tell him to cut the place.
Or if it's me, I don't even know who you're talking.
No, alright then, when I cut the land, I go back to him, is that alright?
Okay.
How do these extortionists viciously carry out their harassment? One strategy is to create scandal with loud profanity to discredit you publicly. The very night the fake vet told the police that the fence took up his land, there was a woman at my gate loudly saying, "I want back, sir." Their boisterous behavior prompted me to call my mother, who brought the police. The Limitations of Actions Act sets out the period for bringing an action to recover land loss as a result of squatting or encroachment by adjoining lands. In the case of lands owned by persons or entities, this period is 12 years, and all challenges for the rectification of aqueous boundaries are barred after 7 years. The dishonest vets should have taken steps to correct the fence location from as far back as 2003 instead of spreading malicious lies. The corrupt vets started to incite persons to spray paint my fence with blue and black paint, with one of his cronies telling me that next time they will etch it in. Just before the painting of the fence, both his son and daughter wrote in pencil all over my fence. His next vicious attack on my property was done one Labor Day when he brought his cronies to dig out the curb wall in front of my property. Then on Thursday, July 23, 2009, while driving a red Grand Vitara Suzuki vehicle, license number 8542BY, his son came to my house and beating his chest like a gorilla on heat, screamed at the top of his lungs that he was repeatedly. The monster kept stopping and turning in my driveway while shouting his profanity. This woman informed me that the son is in the illegal drug business. If she is speaking the truth, then that would explain both his behavior and the introduction of gangs in the community. Immediately after the son left the area, this house began to be taken over by strange people and bikers, whose jobs apparently, like trained pit bulls, were to constantly watch me and my property and create all manner of harassment. This was curtailed after I contacted the Commissioner of Police and I met with 2 officers from the CIB division. Just how reliable is the information from this woman? She was introduced to me by a co-worker who I suspect is one of their gang members. The woman claims she knows the family well as she is the best friend of the daughter of the owner of this business. Who is the owner of this business? The cousin of the lying vet. Additionally, in a public shop in Old Harbour Bay, a man who is said to be from Blackwood Gardens, bearing the same last name as the fake vet and also resembles the fake vet, boasted loudly that he had a nephew in the illegal drug trade. Before going back in history, let me share with you one very recent event that clearly illustrates the role and function of the gang members in this house. A. To psychologically harass. Herein lies the answer to the riddle. December 18, 2016. Recall the introductory conversation with the woman at my gate? Now let's see their plan of harassment in progress.
afternoon.
Your right man out there to cut right here?
What?
You tell the right man to cut the side right here?
Why would I tell her that? I have nothing to do with over there. I cut my own place. I don't need a workman to cut.
And that him say you tell him to cut the place.
What if it's say me? I don't even know who you're talking.
So, alright then, now the one that cut the land, I go back to him, is that alright?
Okay.
Who is the man cutting the property? Here he is. 1. Running in my fence maliciously to damage it. 2. Scraping rubbish in front of my property. 3. Dumping a large bathroom tub near my property and making a lot of noise. All part of their gang activities. So this woman coming to tell me that this man, one of their gang members, told her that I instructed him to cut a piece of property that does not belong to me is clear harassment. To come to me with that argument also demonstrates their lying practices. Obviously, only the dishonest vet can cut just a section of the open lot opposite his property. Did they acquire the property? Then they need to put a sign on it saying it is private property. Notice a cutting pattern, clear signs of selfishness. Note here this key information. Gang stalkers transfer their negative characters on the target. What situations do they create to spread their vicious lies and hate? What does the burning down of Old Harbour Market and the unavailability of the fire trucks tell us about these gang stalkers? How are they contributing to the ill health of the community? How do they demonstrate their deep-seated hate for self and others? To not miss the answers to these questions and more, please subscribe to Who Really Is My Neighbor?